SMT Nation, we back. Nation, we've got kind of huge news here. If and when this does indeed happen, it's going to be a massive change over at AT&T. I mean, the amount of time, the amount of labor, the amount of coordination is an astronomical modification to the company's operations. This is going to be huge. All right, so this is an AT&T story as much as it is an Ericsson story. For those of you that have been following my channel, subscribed, and have been, watching, listening to the commentary videos, you know that AT&T has been changing things. They've been laying off a lot of employees. They have been changing the way their business operates. They've spun off media. It's been a rough couple of years for them, right? And stabilization is what they need, and streamlining their operational process has been the main goal and objective. It looks to me, based on this thread over at thelayoff.com, that the possibility of AT&T ceding its entire wireless engineering team to have Ericsson do the job. Crazy to think about this, but I'm telling you guys, this is probably going to happen. All right. When there's smoke, there's fire. All right. So anyways, I'll be sure to link this for you guys. It'll be in the description if you guys want to follow it, and check into it at a later time to see if there's any updates. But here's what it says. Rumor, all RAN, radio access network functions going to Ericsson. AT&T will be eliminating those Nokia markets and converting them to Ericsson, eliminating all local RAN design teams to move towards national HQ RAN model. Ericsson will be the single OEM that will design, perform, maintain AT&T's wireless network. Okay, so guys, this is huge, because as of right now, the only RAN operators and vendors are Samsung, Nokia, and Ericsson, between T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T. And AT&T has only been using Nokia and Ericsson. My market, Ohio in general, I think it's Ohio, PA. I'm not sure however many states it is, but AT&T uses Nokia. In the next 2 or 3 years, all of these Nokia markets for AT&T will be Ericsson markets. But I can tell you this will be a multi-year process. It's going to be dynamic, it's going to be fluid, and it's going to be enormous. This is probably going to happen. Every time I've followed these threads on this layoff.com thing, stuff always happens, right? So people who are going to be impacted, who have caught wind of this, who have been, given some type of a hint or disclosures from their employers, they take to these pages and they disclose it. Wow, man, this is big. And, shout out to Carlos S. Tech, who insinuated that, and this was months ago, he said something like this could potentially be happening. Now, the way he understood it or thought it was going to happen was a little bit different, right? He was under the assumption that, AT&T was going to sell the network. And in a way, they kind of did. They sold the contract for their network to Ericsson, if you think about it, right? This is pretty wild, isn't it? Don't you guys think this is big? Like, all that Nokia gear gone, in with Ericsson, design, build, operate, maintain, right? And then AT&T basically just builds fiber and sells the wireless, right? And they don't have to design or build it. This is crazy. And I'll be following this. I'll be waiting for official disclosures from AT&T. When we hear it from Stanky, when we hear it from Pascal, when we hear it from the guys at the Death Star, then we know it's official. But man, if this is true, and I think it is, because we see this a lot on the Layoff website, thelayoff.com, there's always something brewing. These things just don't pop up out of nowhere. I'll be waiting that follow-up, and you guys can expect to hear from the SMT, so keep it locked, keep it tuned as we follow this developing story out of the Death Star. But what do you guys think? Comment down below. You're the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.